morning Braves. This is the Manalapan High School Bravecast, your weekly news program showcasing everything Manalapan High School. And now, here are your news anchors.
Good morning, Manalapan High School. Today is Friday, February 14th. I'm Evan Zaretsky.
And I'm Steven Russo. Welcome back to Bravecast. We got an exciting show for you today, including a new indoor soccer segment that Evan and I did for the first time.
But for now, we'd like to start this broadcast by highlighting our physical ed teacher, Miss Hedden.
Miss Hedden recently published her second book, Diabetes and Me, A Girl's Journey with Type 1 Diabetes.
She based the book on her own journey with Type 1 diabetes in order to help young people with Type 1 diabetes feel like they're not alone in this journey.
What an incredible cause, Evan. Before transitioning to the pledge, we want to announce last week's Super Bowl guessing game winners.
Congratulations to Miss D. Pietropolo's Period 3 Spanish 1 class. They guessed every single question correctly.
That's a whole lot better than me and you did. And now, Braves, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance led by two Spanish teachers here at Manalapan.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated.
Braves, International Day is today, and this year you will see a cultural fashion show, several amazing performances, lots of dancing, and a DJ, and of course, many delicious dishes prepared by our students.
And now to Emily Chen with our weekly Culture of Respect segment.
Braves, February is Black History Month. During this month, we recognize the African American leaders that paved the way for our nation today. I went around the halls interviewing staff and students, asking them how they promote diversity and inclusion. How do you promote diversity and inclusion within our community?
By being a part of Multicultural Club and, through events like International Day, I participate in those heavily and I do a lot of performances and I try to, get other people to, be a part of it as well.
Everyone's differences is very unique, and just like today we have International Day, so we can celebrate everyone's differences there.
By educating myself about other people's cultures and just respecting them for who they are.
I promote diversity by not judging people based on the way they look and smiling at people in the hallway.
I'm always trying to be nice to anyone, no matter who it is.
You could just be friends with everybody and just be respectful to everyone around you.
Just like what he said, just showing respect for everyone.
Just by being open-minded and being willing to learn about different cultures, backgrounds, and not excluding anyone from any groups, and just being able to talk to people about their culture.
I think it's really important that we make sure that we see each other, that we celebrate each other's accomplishments. As Martin Luther King Jr. once said, we need to judge each other by the content of our character and not by the color of our skin.
There you have it, Braves. Let's take the rest of this month to acknowledge, appreciate, and encourage the importance of diversity and inclusion within our school community.
Thanks, Emily. Braves, we encourage you to embrace Black History Month and recognize the contributions Black Americans continue to achieve. Today is the last day to apply to represent your grade in Battle of the Classes. Be sure to get your forms to Mr. Hanlon in E204 or A201 by the end of the day. Voting will take place next Friday, the 21st. The Drama Club's musical Matilda is just 2 weeks away. Performances are Thursday, February 27th at 7 p.m., February 28th at 7 p.m., and March 1st at 1 and 7 p.m. Tickets are $5 for students and staff and $10 for everyone else. Tickets can be purchased online at manalapan.booktix.com or with cash at the door. And now, Braves, this past Wednesday in the main gym, Brandon Schwinger and Tyler Smythe filmed the weekly Bravecast Sports Report.
Brandon Schwinger, joined by Tyler Smythe in the main gym as basketball practice is behind us. And Tyler, you got the big promotion. Congratulations.
Thank you, Brandon. I couldn't be happier to be here.
And now, while we're so cheerful, let's go to cheer as they competed in nationals in Orlando, Florida, and they made some history. They went to semifinals, and they also were top 20. I talked to one of the cheerleaders, and they had a phenomenal time there in Florida.
Great to hear that our cheer team had a lot of fun in Florida. Now going over to boys wrestling, they picked up a 40-34 win over Keensburg, and with that win, they happened to lock up the second place in the division. It's great to hear. Now rolling into bowling, they picked up a 2-1 win over New Egypt. Brandon, they started off the first match not so hot, but picked it up in the last two to ultimately lead to the win.
And in Game 2, Joseph Pardo picked up a phenomenal 2-19, and to put the icing on the cake in Game 3, Justin Halpin picked up a 2-11. So it's great to see that this Manalapan bowling team has a lot of grit. And now to Evan Zaretsky and Steven Russo in front of the rubber gym.
Steven Russo joined by Evan Zaretsky, and this isn't your typical Manalapan sport reporters. We're standing outside the rubber gym covering
the Tournament of Champions Indoor Soccer, a tournament our gym classes run. Evan, this is the biggest tournament we do here.
This is the biggest tournament we do, and also probably one of the only tournaments we do, but today we're going to be interviewing students and staff about this wonderful event. What's made your team so successful this far?
Every guy on this team, they play with their heart. You know, we wear our heart on our sleeve. We go 110%. We're here to win.
We move the ball very well. We got a lot of chemistry.
What's been your favorite moment so far throughout this great tournament?
I'm gonna say the one we just scored because, you know, it's our playoff game. We gotta win these games, and we scored. It was my favorite moment, and we got energetic.
You know, that pass with Eddie, the celebration after with Dean, with the whole team, and the chemistry really built up together. I think that's the best part.
Thank you to the physical education teachers for this wonderful event.
And back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Stephen and Evan. This looks like a great time for our indoor soccer students here at Manalapan. Juniors, junior prom will be held on May 16th at Jumping Brook Country Club from 6 to 10. Prom bid paperwork will be available outside of C118 and the main office starting Tuesday. Students must have the paperwork completed when purchasing their prom bid. If at the time of purchase, it is not guaranteed that students will be able to finalize their bids. Bids will be available at Pay School on Monday, March 3rd. You will not be able to purchase your bid if your fines are not paid. If you have any questions, please email Ms. Manzar or Ms. Galante. And now, as President's Day approaches, the Bravecast team produced exclusive interviews. Let's check it out.
Hello Braves, I, Abraham Lincoln, come before you today at Manalapan High School to engage in a bit of President's Day interviews. Which president was the first one to live in the White House?
George Washington. Abraham Lincoln. John Adams.
That is correct. What's President's Day all about?
Good morning. President's Day to me is about a celebration of two of our great presidents, George Washington and Abraham Lincoln. Washington, of course, our first president, and Lincoln, one of our most impactful presidents.
So tell me, what's the meaning of President's Day?
I think it's a time where we can reflect about the American presidents that came before, that made a meaningful impact on society, that changed the world for the better, changed the country for the better, who maybe served during incredibly difficult times. You know, someone like yourself.
Which president spent the least amount of time in office?
I'm going to say George Bush. Theodore Roosevelt.
JFK.
William Henry Harrison, he died, 30 days in?
What is President's Day all about?
Let's begin with the fact that you're dressed like Abraham Lincoln, my all-time favorite U.S. president. President's Day is about the fact that the president is just a citizen like you and me. That's the most important thing. They're no different. They're not a king. They're not a monarch. They are one of the people.
Well, there you have it, Braves. As we reflect on the legacies of our leaders, let us take their wisdom with us into the future. Until next time, this has been Abe Lincoln. Now back to you guys at the studio.
Thanks, Jason. We hope everyone has a fantastic President's Day weekend.
Absolutely, Sam. Braves, we would like to take this opportunity to announce our Staff of the Month for November, December, and January.
Starting with November, congratulations to Ms. Voschek.
For December, congratulations to Mrs. Stelgis.
And for January, congratulations to Ms. Hengeveld.
And for our Class of the Month, congratulations to Ms. Samuel's Period 5 Honors Lab Chemistry class.
Well, Dan, these are a lot of great Braves. Thank you for all that you guys do for our school community.
And now, Miss English and Mr. Hanlon have the chance to review our fan rules. Let's check it out.
Hey Braves family, I know everybody knows our 3 rules here: no names, no numbers, no negativity. That initiative started at Manalapan, and now the Shore Conference has adopted that, and this banner is in every gym of the school. Why do we need this banner? Because being an official is a tough job, and we don't treat them so kindly. Could you imagine if we treated other careers like we treat officials?
You know what, Miss English? Why don't we go find out?
Good morning, Manalapan High School. Your mail's here.
Where's my package?
Oh, it's not in this yet. We're trying our best, but it wasn't in the shipment.
Are you kidding me with this? I need that package.
Mr. Hanlon, what do you mean my essay doesn't have a thesis?
Miss English, is there any way to speak to someone? Why don't you grab a chair, we'll fix your thesis, and you can fix your attitude while you're at it.
ChatGPT gave me an A+ on this. Just saying. It's like, do you know what you're doing? I think I could do it better. Are you sure I need stitches? I mean, do you even know what you're talking about?
You punched an official and split your knuckles open.
I mean, he made the wrong call. It was definitely a foul. But anyways, are you sure you graduated medical school? I mean, I watch Grey's Anatomy and I'm pretty sure I don't need stitches. You're definitely wrong.
So what's going on with my grades?
You need new grades.
What? Are you kidding me? They are barely squeaking. I can't even hear it over defying gravity in the car. What?
Well, I mean, you don't have to get them fixed and you'll definitely defy gravity, but they're broken.
Come on, man!
Do you see how being a kind, respectful, and patient person makes everyone's life a little bit easier?
But English, how are you always so nice to the refs?
That's easy. Just embrace your inner English.
Welcome back to the Manalapan Minute. I'm Sam Gankin.
And I'm Evan Zaretsky. Before we let you go, we'd like to report our President's Day weekend weather.
Today we're looking at a high of 36 degrees, mostly sunny weather with gusty winds.
Moving into Saturday, we will see a snowy afternoon with a high of 38 degrees.
On Sunday, you could expect rain with a high of 45 degrees.
And on Monday, we'll have mostly cloudy skies with a high of 34.
That's your weekend forecast, Manalapan. It's an 8-day, so make the most of it. Have an awesome President's Day weekend, Braves, and we'll catch you next week on your Manalapan Bravecast.